is this? It's like I'm in a black, empty void of nothingness around here. There's still air. There's a breeze, but there's nothing but empty blackness around here. There's just nothing tangible whatsoever. I mean, I don't... Maybe there's something I'm forgetting. Something that just isn't all adding up as it should do, and I need to know what that is. I need to know what that is now, and precisely at this moment. I can tell there's a camera right there. I can see just the little red light flashing, just as it does. So, you're watching, are you? Watching me. Have you given me a black canvas? How about changing things up a bit, eh? Or should I change things up a bit? There. I've made things a little bit warmer, as they were more me, because I've realised I control things here. I'm using my mind. Yes. It worked. I did it. I made a fence appear. And now, well, I have power. So much. What? There's something about the lighting you don't like? There we go. Nice and bright. Slight normality. Though, I'm feeling a bit of an emptiness in it. That slight lack of colorization. It's all gone. It's all going. And this, I've got to figure out, though, Was I brought here because of my imagination to create a whole world? Just imagine a whole world created out of your own imagination. Just imagine that. The power. No. Whatever not. There's so much potential up there, and we're just not using it properly. There's so many more things we can do. But it's the imagination that today's world doesn't like. It wants you to shut it off forever. Go back to the Victorian era days. Be a good old workforce. Just work. And don't think. Don't have an individuality. Don't have a mind of your own. Don't you even dare to be different in any way, shape, or form. Because we'll take you. We will take you. And then we will display you out there as a warning to everyone else. Is that what we are going back to? Or did we even leave it in the first place? Is that something that we just pretended? Do we just pretend this fake reality? Do we? I sincerely hope we don't. Because things could get worse.
Okay, so we've got a package here. I can't show you the rest of it because unfortunately it's got my granny's address on one side and the seller's address on the other, and you know, I'm not going to give you either. Oh, okay, I just realised they're two separate packets stuck together. Now these are, oh sorry, no, that's a lie. 3 separate packets stuck together, 3 separate packets. But anyway, this one doesn't have an address on because this is this middle one, so this one can open in front of you. So this is Big Finishers Davros. This one I do have. In fact, this is one of the first Big Finishers I ever owned. And obviously at the time, and Charles, it's true with me to this day, for single releases like this, I just buy the digital copies, simply because they're cheaper and obviously there's no paying the postage. I only basically buy the physical release of box sets, so you might be wondering, why the hell do you have this then? Well, this is my second favourite Big Finish story, so I just wanted to have a physical copy of it, essentially. You can see here, this is back before they did artwork on the discs. Oh, hello. You can see I'm filming this one on my phone because I'm doing it at my granny's. And, oh, this one opens. This must be a later print of it, because the earlier Big Finishers, because I have the Juggernauts as a physical copy, and that one opens the other way. So this must be a later one, because the later ones flipped open like this. Actually, that's a nice way to have a look at some of that. We'll have a look at a nice little booklet, shall we? Wow, March 2003. I would have been 4 years old then. And a load of production notes, which you can read in your own time. Some nice, wow, look at Colin Beak and Terry Malloy then. Amazing. In credits, and this was done as part of the Villains trilogy. This was the second in the Villains trilogy. The first was Omega, which is okay. The second was Davros, which is great. And the third and final was Master. And speaking of which, let me introduce my favourite Big Finish story of all time. Yes, I'm sure you can guess what it is. It's Master. Unfortunately, this one, there's a slight crack on the case. And this one is a little bit harder to find, at least for a cheap price. But again, the artwork, wow. It's even face to face, when I'm looking at it, it's really hard to see it. On there of an edited image of Jeffrey Beavers and Sylvester McCoy. That is really hard to see even in real life. Again, a look at the back. This one. Yeah, I want that. See it a little bit better there. The digital copy, though, again, of this is the first digital Big Finish I ever got. I see it a little bit better on there. Right, so this came out May 2003, so I would have still been 4. Ah, and there he is. Silky smooth Jeffrey. getting more information and other stuff you can buy. But yeah, the digital copy which I have, the artwork on it just looks a bit brighter than it does on here. And then the final one, this is the one I don't own, and this one is actually the only one I've got that is brand new sealed, and it's sort of dust on it. The Curse of Davros, I don't own this in any shape or form. So this one is brand new, and this one I will be ripping. These two I just have, to have. This one, actually, I think I do have a Big Finish 2-disc case, an official one. I think I got a Unix story, which is still sealed, where the case was cracked. The case, I think, is cracked on this one, I believe. Yeah, slight crack. Here we go. There's definite dust on this, so this has been sitting on a shelf for God knows how long. So yeah, this is the one I've wanted for quite a while. So I do own, in fact I own all 4 of these stories. This is a bit crinkled, actually. It's almost like it's gotten wet at some point, but it is still sealed. Maybe it's condensation, but I do own all 4 of these stories. I own these 2 now in physical form. These I do not, and I don't plan to. Again, I don't plan to rebuy all my big finishers as physical releases. Simply because it's expensive. The only reason I dig for these is because, well, they're special. They're my favourite ones, so why not? Let's try and get the book out. So again, alternate covers, which is thankfully a godsend these days, because it means you don't have to look at the shit logo on the newer releases. October 2011. Well, that's when these quotes are. A note from Briggsy Boy himself. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, Elizabeth Sladen. So sad. Actually, at the time we're recording this, I'm actually rewatching the Sojourning Adventures, and I haven't got much of it left. But anyway, how much did I pay for all these? Well, got my tablet out, so £6.50 for Davros, £6 for Masker, and £5 for Curse of Davros. So, yay for that. So, yeah, I didn't pay very much for these, but it is nice to have them in my collection as physical copies. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Okay, so we've got a package here. And, again, this person has their address on one side and my granny's address on the other, so yeah, it's going to have to open it off camera. Okay. So we can all see what it is. Let's take a look at the little thank you message, which they printed off in colour. But yeah, it's a Big Finish. And the only reason, obviously, I bought this is because it was on cassette. I think it cost me £6. This one, again, you can listen to for free, actually, on Spotify. But there we are. Let's wind them a bit. No Dolby noise reduction, and yeah. So I've never actually listened to this story, and now I am gonna obviously listen to it on cassette. Probably using this Walkman, because this Walkman doesn't have Dolby, so it won't matter with this one, and it does sound pretty good, this one. So yeah, let's have a look at the G card. This one's in actually really good condition. Again, a bit of advertisement on the inside. And just a brief description on the story itself, and it's running time 90 minutes. 90 minutes! Bloody hell, that is short. For Big Finish. Mean range story, yeah. They could have technically fit this on one cassette then. If it's 90 minutes, they could fit on a single 90-minute tape. Yeah, so essentially, it's actually shorter than a regular 4-part Doctor Who story. If it is 4 parts, I think it is. But yeah, that is a shorter story. But anyway, yeah, this will go nice along in the collection with other Big Finishes. In fact, oh look, a number 2. Honest, they're even numbered. Like the CD range, so yeah. I can't remember when they stopped doing the cassettes of the Max. I know they didn't go all the way to the first 50. They didn't go all the way to Zagreus. So it was somewhere before that. I think it was like the first 20 or the first 30, possibly. If you actually know, please let me know in the description. But yeah, they're not rare. These Big Finish cassettes, they're just harder to come by because there's just less of them. It was at a time where cassettes, you know, were barely just hanging on. Really just barely hanging on. In fact, cassettes are probably more popular now than they were when these were being sold, because now, you know, they're for enthusiasts, whereas back then, basically, they were for basically people who were just still hanging on to cassettes. And the only reason people were still buying them is because, at the time, they were the cheapest way to buy a physical copy of something. And, well, digital wasn't really a thing. Barely a thing. Wasn't until, like, I'm going to say 2001, 2002, where it started to really take off with the iPod. Back then it was just like barely a thing, but even then, yeah, it wasn't until really 2003, 2004 where really digital music started really taking off. At least here in the UK. In the US, whatever, I've no perspective on that because I wasn't alive. Well, I was alive in the early 2000s, but I wasn't living in America and I had no idea what was going on over there, really. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's that. I might digitize it for fun. There's no reason to do that because it's available for £3 on Big Finish's website, and it's also on Spotify, so there's really no point in digitizing this whatsoever. But I might do it just for shits and giggles, and it would mean that I wouldn't have to buy a digital version from Big Finish. Could still listen to it on Spotify, I guess, but yeah, life is life. Okay, a couple of things. One, if you can hear kids screaming and playing outside, well, I say playing, they're bloody screaming their heads off. Apologies, they've been doing that all fucking day since the fucking lockdown. And even with the window shut, I can still fucking hear them. And to make matters worse, it's fucking boiling in this room. And annoyingly, this Hermes package is damaged. Which means I'm opening it up. Oh no. Yeah, because this person has just wrapped this thing in paper. Unfortunately, so the box is unfortunately damaged. So that is unfortunate, because I did get this at a really good price. I'm just going to clean my hands just in case that Hermes guy didn't. There we go. So yeah, that's annoying. But anyway, this is the Doctor Who Collector's Cookie Jar of the TARDIS. And I'd forgotten how big this was, actually. Yeah, I remember seeing these for being played back in the day, particularly the Dalek ones. So I've got some, oh dear, pieces of styrofoam. However, if the cookie jar is alright, then hopefully everything is good. Okay, it's just so fucking hot. Apparently this thing is new, or is now being opened. And it does look like it, because there is the tape on there. This is much bigger than I thought. It's the 10th of April, so it's Good Friday at the time of recording this. Same day I received the 13th Doctor TARDIS and did the review on it and everything. Oh my fucking god. I don't think words can describe how massive this thing is. I did not realise it's that big. Just for a size comparison, well, I put it back in its box, but here's the 13th Doctor TARDIS in its box. Something much more simple. There we go, here we go. So there it is, next to a DVD. Yeah. This thing was so well detailed though. Unfortunately, the lighting is not great at the moment. But yeah, this is so bloody nice. So you might be wondering, how much could this cost me? About, I think it cost me £11 plus postage. I'll be honest, that is a really good price for it. Now, will I use it as a cookie jar? No. In fact, to be honest, probably as soon as I'm done shooting this, it's probably going to go back in its box just for protection. But yeah, it's huge. Come on. It is huge. And I really do love it. So, yeah, happy to have that. Okay, so it's the 11th of April, and while going into B&M today to get some tins of soup and a few other bits and bobs, I spotted that these were back in stock. Yes, the Third Doctor Monster of Peladon TARDIS sets. So, and this was literally the last one they had of them in, so I thought, yeah, why not? Because I do always like to get at least two, you know, one to open and one to keep sealed. And since I had literally loads of these and they were only a tenner, I thought, why not? And got another Silver Nemesis set. And the main reason is obviously, you know, army building. I do like to have a lot of Cybermen. Now, something else I got was a package from Boots, and this is not got two, but I'm just going to show you why I got this. So, let's tip everything out. So, depending on when you're watching this, this is probably I'm hoping by the time this video goes out that the coronavirus and the COVID-19 lockdown are hopefully long since gone by the time this video goes out. But anyway, one of the things I got, some shampoo, baby shampoo. Basically, I only got this because you need to spend a tenner and get free delivery. This is not something that was included. That's just an empty bottle for something I'm going to use for things. Anyway, 2 100ml hand sanitizers, and then these glycerin BP. Now, what is glycerin BP? Well, to be honest, I'm not quite sure myself. However, if you've seen Big Clive's video on how to make hand sanitizer, he basically mentions on how you need to use something that has essentially 70 to 90% alcohol, and essentially you can mix it with this to get, you know, the hand sanitizer sort of moisture sort of thing. Now, I've seen I saw another person's video where they, rather than using alcohol, they were mixing aloe vera with Dettol. And no, not the Dettol floor cleaner, the Dettol for basically cleaning out wounds, like disinfectant for your skin. So, by mixing that with this, I'll be able to make my own hand sanitizer. Now, I was going to mix it with some alcohol. Unfortunately, the alcohol prices for isopropyl alcohol has also skyrocketed for the 70 to 90%. Now, there is the 100% alcohol. However, that is too strong because it's basically it'll dry your skin out. However, you can dilute it. However, you need distilled water in order to do that. And distilled water has also gone up in price, so you can see the issue that I'm having here with that. So, yeah, that is one of the reasons why that's a lot of things have gone the way they have been. Also, I realised I never actually showed the back of the box of this when I unboxed it yesterday at the time of recording it. So yeah, let's just have a look at the information on the back. Yay, information. Yay. Also, what I find really neat is on the bottom the company actually gives their actual address. You don't see that anymore, because a lot of companies actually don't have a physical address. But yeah, this was actually limited to 3,000, this one. And it's weird because the image of the top, on the top, I believe that is from State of Decay, if I remember rightly. It's definitely from season 18. Now this I think is just a publicity image, because I don't think it's from Sharda. It's definitely, it doesn't look like it's from Nightmare of Eden, so it might just be a publicity image, and the reason is it can't be from Sharda. There isn't the damage to the scarf, so I'm reckoning it's just a publicity image. And there's a TARDIS interior, so yeah, that's just things I got, so yay. Apologies if you see a bit of brown stains on the bed, don't worry, it's not shit. This is just after Easter. I think it's the 18th of April today, so it's just chocolate. It's just a bit of chocolate egg. So we're all gonna be okay, kids. I swear. You can trust your Uncle Ryan, can't you? So, we've got some Big Finish cassettes. Hooray, hooray, hooray. So, the first one we got is Red Dawn, which is actually a pretty decent Ice Warrior story. Interestingly, the Ice Warriors in this one are not played by Nick Briggs. Yeah, this is one of the few Big Finish Ice Warrior stories where the Ice Warriors are not voiced by Nicholas Briggs, so hey ho for that. Let's move them at the lamplight so you can just have a look at it there. Ooh, so needs a bit of winding. But just to note, you can actually listen to Red Dawn for free on Spotify. Bloody hell, this thing is... Why am I winding it like this where I've got a cassette deck literally right behind me where I can just pop it in, rewind it. There we go. There we go, that looks a lot better. Unfortunately, there is no Dolby noise reduction for these. But yeah, Red Dawn. Is there anything else in this booklet? Just some general sort of advertising. Okay. Great, hallelujah. So that is another one of the Big Finish cassettes to add to my collection. And these Big Finish cassettes, I noticed, have been going up in price actually recently. So that's another thing. The Mutant Fears. This one is a bit damaged in the corner just there. Now I've never listened to the full version of the Mutant Fears, because on Big Finish's Daily Motion they have a cut down version of the Mutant Fears, but again it's also available on Spotify complete, and at the time of recording it is still on sale for £1.50 on Big Finish's website along with Red Dawn. But again, here we are. Yeah, these things need a bit of a rewinding. They've had a little bit of shaking about quite a bit, so we'll just rewind. God, that one needed quite a bit of rewinding. But the Mutant Fears is an interesting story, though unfortunately it does feature Nick Briggs's early Dalek voices, which are not very good. This is before he actually got his Moog ring modulator, which he still uses to this day. I think he's got 5 of them. Might be 4 now, because he did mention one of them did break. But at one point he did have 5 of these Moog ring modulators, which he takes with him everywhere. which the BBC have do not pay for. He actually owns them himself, and he uses them for Big Finish. But it does mean that his dark voices are now, consistent and are good. But yeah, come on, focus. Yeah, here we are, the mutant phase. Hooray. Oh, okay. So it's advertising official Doctor Who stuff. And it's also got advertisements for Bernice Summerfield. Written and directed by Nicholas Briggs. Yeah, something we've seen quite a lot of over the years. Not so much now, since, well, Nick Briggs is incredibly busy. For example, at the time of recording this, I've listened to half of the Susan's War box set. Only half of it. The first story is interesting, which has the Saints and Ian return in it. And no, that is not a spoiler, because one, it was part of the advertising, and two, that on the fucking front cover, so come on, you could not. So for people who are screaming spoiler, no, it's on the front fucking cover. You can't exactly see that as a spoiler when it's also on the selling points. And then the final one, the Marion Conspiracy, which is a really good story and a really good introduction to my favourite Sixth Doctor companion, Evelyn Smythe. And interestingly, this one also has its price tag on. $9.99. So I've no idea where this was bought from. Probably by the looks of the sticker, that looks like an earlier Forbidden Planet sticker. So I'm gonna guess probably Forbidden Planet. This one's a little bit crinkled, actually. This one. Again, the tapes are spooled out a bit, so hey ho again, we're going to have to do the thing where we pop them in a deck and just rewind them back to the beginning, just to keep them all nice and tidy, and so that the tape is not damaged. Again, the Marion Conspiracy is available on Spotify, complete, so if you got Spotify, there you go. And again, it's currently on sale for £1.49 on Big Finish's website. A different advertisement again this time around. Okay, so how much did I pay for these? Well, I paid about let's see, 7%. Yeah, I paid about 21 quid, if I remember rightly, including postage. So yeah, little bit pricier than I would have liked, to be honest. So yeah, £21 for all three of these, roughly. I think it was like something pence, but yeah, 21 quid including delivery, which isn't too bad, because delivery would have been, at the moment I'm gonna say, cause I think it was first class, I think the delivery probably would have been about 4 quid, maybe £3-4. So yeah, I'm looking at about 17 quid. So I'd like to just look at it, 7 quid per cassette, which isn't too bad. I will actually probably swap the cases for this one for my duplicate Doctor Who cassettes, probably in Evil of the Daleks. I've got a few copies of that. But other than that, yeah, there we go. So happy days, everyone. I'm happy to have these in my collection, and I do plan to, try and get all of them, and yeah, be a nice thing to re-listen to, and actually, Mutant Phase, I'll actually, you know, for the first time be listening to it in its complete form. So, yay for everything. Hooray. Okay, so it's the 18th of April today, I think. Let me check. Oi, oi. Yes, it is. So, still the 18th of April. Box from Amazon. This has actually come from Amazon US, and it's something that I've been meaning to have in my collection for a long time. I was hoping that Character would release this in the UK. They still have not to this day, and I'm sick of waiting, so I bit the bullet and paid the import. So, let's open it. Aha. I think you can see what it is anyhow. Here it is. The revised sculpt of the Dalek Sec figure. So yeah, for some mental reason, to this date, this figure has not been released in the UK. Also, for some reason, they decided to package the gun and the plunger separately. And, yeah, I don't know, would it have fit in this box? Because it's still fairly large, the box. Don't know. Now, I did initially debate on whether opening this and actually doing a review on it, because I could technically sort of cut, because this is just held together with sellotape, the back card, so I could cut the back card tape and then just tape it back up again. However, is there really much of a point doing that? Because this is literally just a repaint. There's literally nothing else about this. It's repainted in its original colours, and yeah, that is literally it. There's nothing else to say. I'm annoyed that the box at the top is a little bit bashed. But how much did I pay for this, you reckon? How much did I pay for the privilege of getting this in the UK? It's an amount that I didn't want to pay, but it was £32.15. And with free delivery, thankfully. And thankfully I haven't gotten any import charges, but yeah. £32.15, and that is the cheapest you can find this at the minute. They are starting to become harder to find because I believe they are actually being discontinued, if I remember rightly. They were discontinued a couple of years ago. But a lot of sites still sell them now. A lot of people debating might be wondering why didn't I get the Doomsday set, because I could have opened it no problem. And for a while I was thinking, the Doomsday set seems like a better value. However, the Doomsday set, the cheapest I could have got that was for about £65. And you know, you get the Dalek set, but then you get the 10th Doctor in the 3D glasses and a Cyberman with an arm gun. Two figures that are really, you know, coming really easy to find. 10th Doctor with 3D glasses less so, but you can still find it really easily, really cheaply. Cyberman with arm gun, very easy. So it wasn't really worth it for that, because to be honest, I thought that, well, I could buy two of these for, ooh, just banged the door, for nearly the same price, just about the same price actually, would be £64.30. So I'd rather just buy two of these, even though I'd be missing out on an extra double lots of figures. That meant I could open one, keep the other one sealed. at the moment, I'm not going to be doing that. I was debating whether to do that or not, and there is a reason why I'm not doing it, is because I've ordered a couple of few things on eBay that I will be unboxing that due in on Monday at the time of recording this. That cost me a lot of money. You will see that in the video, this video hopefully, so that is the reason why. But anyway, yeah, there's not really anything else to say on this Dalek sec. I'm still annoyed to this day we don't have this in the UK. It is really nice to see it in the sculpt, and they've even got the correct ID on him and everything, but yeah, for some reason, well, I don't know why in the UK, why did we miss out on the best figures in the wave? We missed out on a Weeping Angel. I mean, another 10th Doctor not real, but we missed out on the Sarah Jane. Later, singularly, well, part of a 3-pack in B&M, but yeah. Just annoying, so that's currently the cheapest you can get, so yeah. Right, okay, hello YouTubers. This is a pretty sizable box, actually. And I'm just going to say, this box is a job lot I got off eBay, and it cost me £70 plus £9.30 postage. So, there we go, just move that light slightly out the way of view of the camera. So, I'll let you judge whether this was a good deal or not. Personally, me, I think it was a fucking bargain. But, let's open this. Also, I did actually post a picture of the listing on my Discord. I think I did it on my Twitter as well. And there was one person who was saying, oh, the postage is a tenner, but look at the size of this box and it weighs a fair bit, so £10 is actually not that bad, considering each individual item in here would probably cost around £3.50-ish to post. Oh, we've got some. Go on. We've got some goodies in here, you can already see. So, first thing. It's a revised version of the 8th Doctor and is it? No, Interrogator Dalek Prime figure. So that's nice, a new revised version. Again, everything here is brand new sealed as well, by the way. The War Doctor and Dalek Scientist, again the revised version. The 7th Doctor and Attack Strike Squad Dalek. I'm going to move the knife out of the way, actually. So already there, those three things are £60 if you were to buy them at B&M at the time of recording. It's the 20th of April today, I believe. Anyway, next thing. Again, brand new in box. A Product Enterprise black and gold Dalek. Yeah, the battery is dead on this, but you can see it is sealed there. So again, just nice to have one of these in the collection. And I do love this artwork. Again, I have reviewed this before, because I think I've got two of these actually individually. Am I right? The only problem with this packaging is that the twist ties are slightly loose on it, which is common for these, because generally since they're, you know, there's nothing really holding them in place. They do wobble about a bit. Now this. Yeah, now this is one of the things I did want the B&M sets, because I was planning on getting at least another 8th Doctor one, but you know, when I saw this scale, this was also something I really wanted out of it. Because even though I do have this singularly, I do not have the packaging for this. I do not have a box version. This one is boxed and obviously brand new, so just looking at this is really nice. I remember seeing this actually in the Blackpool Museum. Again, lovely, lovely artwork on the side. I do really love this artwork. It is my favourite Doctor Who artwork for any packaging design ever. And we can see some of the other things in the range. Information. God, battery, a lot of battery information. Ooh, and different artwork again on the sides. Interestingly, they look more like they're basically desk to the Dalek swans rather than the Genesis swans, which is interesting. But again, look at that. Bottom is just plain blue. You can see the backdrop there, and the remote is just the same. It's just the TARDIS one, which is actually based on the box that Peter Cushing used. Because essentially it is just a movie Dalek remote. I'm just going to move the light slightly back. But yeah, again, very nice to have that. Now, this next thing, I said I would never buy one of these, and true, I haven't bought one individually, and to be honest, I am debating whether to actually sell this, though, to be honest, if I did sell it, I probably wouldn't make any money on it. In fact, I'd probably lose money on it. Yes, it is the bloody Reconnaissance Dalek. I said I would never buy one of these, and, you know, I mean, these are now a tenner each. Actually, that might be a lie, because I saw that the 13th Doctor TARDIS went back up to £25 on Very, and Amazon have gone back up to £25 as well. Or there is a listing on Amazon for £19.50, but don't be fooled, because the postage, I think it's £5.50 to make up for that, so yeah, but there it is. The mutant I do quite like. The mutant is quite nice. But the Dalek itself, I just don't like this. I really hate this, and I didn't, you know, I wouldn't want it as a figure. Even though, you know, it is a excellent representation. And as a figure on its own, it's good, but it's of a Dalek design that I fucking hate. I really loathe this design. So, yeah, but that was part of the job lot. And then the final thing is, again, another reason why I wanted this job lot. Is a boxed talking Cyberman. And this one is the Cyber Leader, which I don't believe I have. I was having a look at my review of it, and yeah, I don't believe I have the Cyber Leader. So, yay, this means I have all but the black Cyberman, but just taking a look at that Cyber Leader. They've got the handlebars. Absolutely correct, however, it is painted in the Silver Nemesis chrome, and to character goes like, yeah, that is chrome. Actually, does he still talk? No. And this has popped off. Now this is the peg on my original one that I had way back in the day actually snapped off. This peg you remove and the head actually pulls off, and that's how you remove. get the batteries out. Now let me see if I can just... There we go. Just going to push that back on. But yeah, very nice. You can see the Cybermax in the back, and just over there's the Cyber Gun. But taking a look at the packaging, it says Talking Cyberman. Cybermax again, based on the ones. Well, to be honest, that one looks more like the one from Tomb. However, the one included is actually based on the ones from the Wheeling Space. But again, just all this lovely, lovely artworking. You know, little detailing. It does have that, give it a retro charm as well. It doesn't look like something that was, you know, apart from the highly detailed Cyberman and the talking aspect, this does not look like something that came out in the early 2000s. To be honest, this looks like something that came out, you know, back in the day. It does have that retro packaging feel. The bottom, again, just a bluey purple, but the side, now this is interesting. Top of it, you know, looks like an Earthshock Cyberman. And again, you got the pointing thing. Interesting way of holding the gun. But the suit, that looks like a... I don't know, it looks a bit like a Moonbase Cyberman. And also, they look like the Dapol boots for some reason. But this artwork was also all over the Goksu Museum in Blackpool back in the day. And the back, yes, the back. Let's take... So, there's a biography you can read. Also available in the range. This other stuff. Would you like to buy it? Well, tough shit if you do now, because you're going to have to pay an arm and a leg for, unfortunately. I know it's shit, but hey, that's the thing. And also, some people have accused me of putting up the prices for Product Enterprise stuff. Whoa! And I just knocked my light over. Nearly. So, apologies if I did do that by reviewing Product Enterprise stuff. I do apologise for that. Anyway. Information and the artwork itself. Apologies if you can hear kids playing outside, but there's nothing I can do about that. That is a really nice looking Cybermat. And again, the artwork even on the other side is different. So yeah. So, putting the box to one side, and yeah, I'm going to have to manoeuvre myself. So, let's put everything down that I got. So all these cost me £70 plus £9.30 postage, so the total cost is £79.30. And for me, that is well worth it. I am very, very happy to have all this now, you know, in my collection. I mean, the only thing that I didn't have beforehand that I have now is the Product Enterprise Cyber Leader, and unfortunately a Reconnaissance Dalek. Which I was debating to myself, should I sell it? And I was looking on eBay, and some of them are generally going for about retail price. But if I sell that, minus my eBay fees, I'll have actually lost money on it. So I might keep in the collection until a later date, when you can no longer get them and might sell it then. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I could not give less of a shit about it. No, I will not be reviewing it. This is the only time you're ever going to see it in a video. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for this. Happy days, and yay!
We all back? Did we have a good jaunter? I created animals here. I started with dogs. I love dogs, don't you? Dogs are too good for this world. So that's why they'll be much better in mine. But don't worry. Even you can create something like this. And yes, it is solid. Something simple. A brick wall. Just concentrate your mind with it now. And you, yes, you can bring it into reality. Bring it into fruition. Yes, because I finally figured out why I'm here. I am the teacher of creating our own worlds. This is what I am. This is why I was brought here. Yes. Me. At least, you better not be lying. This better be the legitimate reason. Because our Papa's going down the street. And you never know what's gonna happen to him. He might run into a creepy person in the dark. There are many creepy people out there in the dark. Oh, Bobby just went last week. Will you be next, sir? Why don't you sit down and you have a drink? Take your mind off things. Oh, there's not much light. I just stare forever. Stare into the darkness. Can you hear them? The ducks. The ducks are after you now. Barking in the night. Is that what you wish? So sit down, kind sir. Take a load off your mind. After all, we're all here this evening. All of us. The problem is, there are just too goddamn many of us. Which means, one, just one, has to be eliminated by morning. Will it be you, good sir? Would it? Will you be the one that we eliminate in order to keep this world and our society going? Will it be you? Or will you be the one to eliminate me? The night is still young, so we don't have to hurry things. I hate having to hurry things, rush things. I say that you should have the full enjoyment of everything. Because at the moment, there are so few little things in life to look forward to. So hopefully this can be one of them. And believe me, I will make it last as long as possible. So have your drink. Make it last. Because only one of us shall see the morning. Will it be you? Or will it be me? And then, tomorrow night, it all starts over again. All starting over again from scratch. Then one of us will have to stay on. And it will be another person. Just to keep everything moving quietly. Is it moving quietly? Did you finish your drink? Good. Because now, the night is at its darkest peak. Are you ready, sir? Ready for the end? I see you blocked your lights now, laddie. It's good. It's very good. You're going to need it. Tonight, there is nothing else but you. You'll just remember that. Only you in the darkness alone. Will you face the darkness alone, or will you face it with the rest of us? Because that's the thing. You can only go in these two ways. You can only go this. Alone, or together. Now the ones that go together, it's a good group. But there's a problem. And the problem is, it just takes one to dissipate from the group. And they can go off and become alone. Or even form their own group. And then there are just more people to fight. So choose carefully. Choose carefully. This world is solid. But in order to keep it that way, we must keep sacrificing to keep an ever-expanding population down. If only there was a way to naturally wipe out so many people. If there was, would you do it? A way to wipe out so many? Would I? Oh, no, I would not. Not in that way. It's dishonesty. And it is uncontrollable. True, it may be random and not purposeful, but to know that I survived the night, thanks to my own skills in the field, that is worth a lot. So, will you be joining me tonight? Or shall you go on your own? If you go on your own, well, that is your choice. So, go that way. Face the darkness alone. Or stay here with me and the rest of us in the little light that is left. Will you do it? Will you stay in the light with us? Or will you enter the darkness alone? Or perhaps I should make the decision for you. Yes. Sorry about your friend there. We killed him last night. But don't worry. You can join me. We'll have a great time together. Huh? What you scared of? What's so scary out here? You can come with me. We'll fire everything together. This'll be our world. Our world. You'd rather take your chances out there, in the darkness? Just note, if you take the path of the darkness, away from this light, I will hunt you down, and I will eat you alive, and I will enjoy every morsel of it. But know this, no matter how badly I rip you apart as the waters trickle down in the blood pool, I will make sure to leave at least one of your eyes. I want to see the fear in it as it slowly loses its life. So go on. Go to where you deserve. In the darkness. Well, here I am. Did you enjoy it then? Did you enjoy venturing out into my little world? But which path did you choose? Truly, I know you can't physically do it, but which path would you choose? Would you follow the people in the light? Or would you try out on your own in the darkness? We all face the darkness. There is no true light. The difference is whether we face the darkness alone or together. This can only mean having absolute trust within each other, no matter what, no matter who we are, no matter what we think of each other. So this is your final chance, your final opportunity. Will you choose the darkness alone, or risk it together and hold on to what little light we have left? But after all, this is my world. I can just, well, snap, and things shall go out of existence. Still indecisive? Better make your decision pretty quickly. Because if not, no. I don't have control. There are too many people in this world I created. Now, I can no longer control it myself. I guess we both now need to decide whether we choose the light or the darkness. Before, there is nothing but darkness, with only a smidget of light left. The decision is yours. Alright, so it's the 15th of April, and normally a clip like this won't be saved for much later.
The reason is, and the reason this items unbox is shorter, unless I decide to change my mind last minute, is because basically before the lockdown I was taking care of my granny, and ever since the lockdown I've been, stuck here, living here, so I've had a few things brought from home that my dad dropped off, like the camera. But anyway, let's open this packet. Doctor Who The Massacre cassette. Now this one picked up for a couple of quid, I think it was. Wouldn't have been a lot. And the reason I've just got this one is just to kind of complete the collection. And you might be thinking, oh, why don't you digitise it? I just realised. I'm just going to put the cassettes out. This! I thought something seems a bit odd. This is not actually the cover art. Someone has printed this out, actually. This is actually just a piece of paper that someone has printed out. Which is why some of the print quality of it... There. I can't actually... Hang on. I can't actually adjust the focus while I've got other things in my hand, but if we zoom in, just look at the print quality being a bit fuzzy in places, and this not being, particularly here, this is not cut properly. This is just a piece of paper. I did not realise this when buying it. Yeah. But whatever, it was cheap and it's mainly to have in the collection, but yeah. But the reason I haven't digitised this, or I will not be digitising this, and why I hadn't included it in the collection, is basically because it's exactly the same as the CD release. It's narrated by Peter Purves. I think this came out at the same time as the CD, or around about then. But my god, they really want you to know that these are BBC. Did you know these were BBC? Yeah. Interestingly though, they do have Dolby noise reduction, but this is one of the last audio releases for the missing episodes. Because you can see now, yeah, the artwork is different, and it does have BBC Radio Collection on there now, which is what the CDs had. And this was 1999, so depending on what time of year this came out, if it came out before, if it came out, late in the year, like November, December time, then I would have been 1. Any time before then, I would have been 0. So yeah, it doesn't cut down. It's an hour and 40 minutes, which really, you could fit that on one cassette. An hour 40. You could fit that onto one cassette, because there are 100-minute cassettes out there, even 2-hour ones as well. But 100-minute, that can easily. It's not making the tape too thin, so they could have easily just put it on one. But I guess 1999, it was just as cheaper to just put it on 2. Plus, it meant they didn't have to crush down the artwork or anything like that. So yeah, there's a slight little crack on it just here, unfortunately. So yeah, just doing this one dead quick. So yeah, this is basically just one to have in the collection more than anything else, because this is just this is widely available. It's exactly the same. But yeah, interesting thing that they did with the two Hartnells there, just slightly photoshopping to make it look like he is wearing something different. Because obviously Hartnell plays two roles in this story. But anyway, that's it for this bit. Hooray. Okay, so it's about 9:30 at night. And in a second, I plug this in correctly, we should have some power. Ooh. And then there's the difference. Fucking hell, that is bright as hell. Right, so that's a minimum. Yeah. Let's go some white. Was it like a creepy sort of tone? I think that one makes it the most naturalistic, so we're just setting things up. But with this light on, which is, you know, just plugged into a power bank, hopefully this can be some new stuff for Doctor Who items to unbox. Hopefully. So, yeah, like I say, come with me and you'll see a world of imagination, maybe. The reason I'm filming at night, I wasn't initially planning to do it at night, but the reason is because the neighbours round here are the noisiest fucking neighbours you'll ever see or know in your life. And apologies, but I'm actually using this light as a torch, because otherwise I cannot see a fucking thing. Yeah, this is really dark, but literally, like, it wasn't until about an hour ago that everything was calmed down. But yeah, the good thing is that I put this there, and this, and then just rest in the tripod, and then I've got a surprising amount of light just coming from here. Now, the only difficulty now is just positioning it so it's not in the way of the camera. Ideally, I'd have two of these set up right now, but I've only got the one, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to make do with it. But this is actually the same back garden that I did. I think it was items to unbox 21, 22 in. Well, I had the Genesis garlic back there. That's the same one as this, so hopefully things should go smoothly.